Doom, doom, if you're waking up at 9 o'clock, you miss Ponce, Jacobs, and LaShawn. But don't you feel bad? Here comes a guy named Conrad, and he is gonna start the 9 at 9. Whoa!
I never heard that one before.
Yeah, I did that.
You singing?
Singing,
Yeah, beautiful.
I was in the
That's right.
background going, oh.
Well, you were snapping.
Yeah, I was doing my
Yeah.
He took down my
and
vocals.
dancing. All right, let's get to the 9 at 9, starting with this. Babe Ruth. He was a big guy. 6'2", 215 pounds. And he liked food a lot. He gained a little weight later on in his career. Some people think the Yankees added pinstripes to the uniforms just to make them look a little less round, a little less rotund. It's not true. Yankees wore pinstripes several years before Ruth became a member of the team, which means they didn't design them to make Ruth or anyone else look slimmer, but you know, you got to take what you can get.
Yeah.
Well, they
as
always
you
say
age.
vertical. Keep them vertical. Don't let them go
Right.
horizontal.
Very
Right.
slimming.
Yeah,
Look at that
it is.
shot right
Yeah,
there.
he looks
Yeah.
very slim.
He looks very, very swell.
Yeah. Not happy with the Yankees right now, but as I said, I was at the game with my dad yesterday, and we're like,
Yeah.
well, at least we won the game in Iowa, because that was like the.
That's what everybody's, thinking about the
game.
Tim Anderson, yeah.
But yesterday we looked a little flat, but it was still a beautiful day at the ballpark.
There you go.
All right, Laura, number 8.
Number 8, this is pretty great. An animator who goes by Moonche has made everyday machines and objects come to life by adding some pretty simple little doodles there.
Okay.
So this is a donut. I think it's a donut, or what, actually, I'm not really sure what that was. But
Okay.
oh, see, you got your robots.
I see.
It's the googly eyes there.
Yeah. Did you
Googly
add
eyes. Yes, yep.
Right.
I got you.
Okay. That looks like
I guess just do this for
Switzerland.
fun,
Yeah.
you know? Switzerland.
Doesn't that look like Switzerland?
Yeah.
I know
It
Switzerland.
certainly does.
Yeah. Oh, that looks fun.
This is a lot of fun.
These are great. Let's see where this goes.
Yeah, you do a whole hour of this.
Yeah.
I think there's a couple more here.
Uh-oh.
Okay. There's a bubble that freezes. Oh.
That was great. What's going on here?
Is this a donut? I feel like the first one was a donut, but now I'm
I think
wondering
that's
this
like
one's
a
donut.
melting. I don't know what that is.
Huh.
Oh,
Gone.
that was a cute.
Oh, is that a cup of coffee?
Okay.
This is not a
Wouldn't
donut.
really call that an everyday object.
No.
Well, Dan, don't be picky.
Yeah, come on, Dan.
Yeah.
We're trying to be
Spider
positive.
Jeez,
remote
let's see you
control
do something
spider.
like
Oh,
that,
someone
Dan.
like you bringing everyone else down. Ponce.
Yeah.
All right, number 7. You want to feel old? Guess who's a grandpa now? Billy Idol. His Instagram page is filled with pictures of his adorable granddaughter. Her name is Poppy Rubble, and she's 1 year old. Idol says the experience has changed him, and his favorite thing now is playing music for Poppy. Her favorite song is Rebel Yell, which makes her grandpa very proud. She also loves Baby Shark. Not sure how he feels about that one, but this Baby Shark is a beautiful song.
It
It's
is,
one of
yeah.
the ones that actually I get teared up.
I think Billy Idol wrote that one, actually.
Yeah.
I think he wrote Baby Shark.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Billy Idol did.
Right. All right, number 6. This is about as whimsical as it gets. Create a Barbie gallery wall in your home. Use the new Peel and Stick collection from wallshop.com. The images feature vintage Barbie with her high ponytail and dream date Ken, plus some of Barbie's closest pals. Also wallpaper that features the type of designs that Barbie might have had on her wall. Feathers,
She was
stripes.
alive.
Yeah. Paper's a bit pricey, $68 a panel, but you can't put a price on Barbie or a price tag on whimsy.
That's a
You're
good
right.
point.
That's priceless.
If you're going to live, you got to pay a
Yeah,
little bit.
you got to pay up.
Were you a big Barbie person, Dan?
No, I thought you were going to ask Lauren.
Lauren, how about you?
Do you have
I
a question?
was.
You were?
Yeah, I have to say that I was.
I figured one of the two of you.
Yeah,
would.
one. It was like 50-50
Yeah.
which
Did
one.
you have like
But it-
Malibu Barbie? Wasn't that the real
And
popular
Malibu
one?
Barbie, yeah.
What are
I
some
had,
other
like,
ones?
they have like Pilot Barbie,
Yeah,
they have
Pilot
Reporter
Barbie.
Barbie.
Right.
So you dying to get the wallpaper then, or?
Indeed, I'm thinking about covering our whole bedroom with it. I bet my husband would be thrilled.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably a big Barbie guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Number 5, there was a thread on Quora in which a pilot shared some simple things he does for safety when he's a passenger, and he noted this is the worst case scenario stuff.
Okay.
All right, okay, that was the things that could go wrong.
Yeah.
The first thing he does is look around to see where the nearest emergency exit is. That's always smart, right? Then count the number of seats between your seat and that exit.
Right, yep.
You'll remember that number in the dark or underwater or if there's smoke,
Oh.
or even if the plane's upside down.
Okay. Yeah.
The idea is to be able to blindly get to that exit by touching each seat. And his tip is to actually read that safety card in the seat pocket so you know how that emergency exit door opens. Many of them have different types of handles. They don't all open the same way. He says these checks will take about 1 minute of your time.
Yeah.
It sounds like a good idea to me.
Yeah. Came from the pilot, so gotta be good advice.
knows.
All right, number 4. Ever wonder why there are 2 jokes in a deck of cards?
Jokers or jokers?
2 jokers. Oh, okay. Said jokes, but jokers. Yes, sorry. Was it originally the intent? Jokers were added to the deck around the 1860s, long after cards were common. Game makers wanted to capitalize on the popularity of a game called euchre.
Oh, euchre.
I play euchre, but we don't play with any jokers.
Well, keep reading. Let's see.
In it, the 2 trump cards are jacks, but players wanted something that would trump even jacks.
Yeah, there
Okay,
you
there was your answer. That's what we usually do. We keep reading the prompt.
Yeah.
So that's where the jokers came in. Eventually, they were used in other games like poker, war, canasta. Anyone here play euchre? It is the greatest card game ever.
No, I think Sarah also plays it too. I've never
We
played it.
played it
Spit
at
and
Indiana University. Paul, you're going to learn how to play this
Euchre,
game really
okay.
quickly here
All right.
because it is a great game, but euchre. But I didn't know that about the Joker.
Yeah, me either.
Really interesting.
Okay, time for number 3. You know, I get a frequent question from my followers, and it's consistently this. My followers, by the way, I call them Paul lunatics,
Okay.
because they're crazy about everything that I do in my fashion blog.
Yeah.
Anyhow, this is the common question that I get from them. They say, how can I personalize my wardrobe to make it reflect my true personality? And for them, I have always just given this simple response. Put a doily on it. It works on a purse. It's great on a skirt. It's a nice, easy way to make a simple white tank top, all your very
That looks
own.
nice.
Yeah, it does. And everyone should know, I'm talking about the fabric doilies here. You can buy them at the old Hobby Lobby, which is one of my all-time favorite places. And I want you to use the whole doily.
Yeah.
That's because
Not half of it.
those little twists and curls can sometimes add just the right amount of whimsical elements to your clothes. And there's a simple sprayable adhesive that will help you iron them on, but use them all the time. I have one on my backpack now.
Yeah.
I could see
and,
that, absolutely.
They're the best.
On a
And you
fanny
can get
pack,
them. They're
maybe?
relatively inexpensive, but they're going to launch you. All your girlfriends will be like, where
Yeah.
did you get the doily? And
You could say, I'm a Paul lunatic.
so yeah, I'm
and
a lunatic, and boom.
I saw in www.
You know, the website's broken right
Yeah,
now, so
it's under repair.
It's like
It seems
Paul's
to be-
Fashion Blog dot
Yeah.
hashtag
Right.
space something, but
Yeah,
it's
it just go on for quite some time.
Love a good
under
doily, though.
construction. Yeah, good
Love
doily. And you
a
can
good
use them on
doily.
the
I didn't know
table.
that.
You can use them everywhere.
yeah.
Pocket, square, whatever you want.
I remember I was at a wedding once, and the grandmother of the bride made a doily for everyone in the wedding party.
Ah, yeah.
Well, no, it was very cool. But like, you know, she hands out these
Yeah.
doilies, and we're sitting there at like the rehearsal dinner, you know, holding the doily, and like, you know, thank you, Grandma Adams. Thank you. So it was very
that's
sweet.
sweet,
But like,
though,
you just have
Dan.
one doily, and you
Yeah, you can use a
fold it up.
hanky
and-
or
Maybe,
whatever,
you never know. You might get teary-eyed during the wedding.
Right, Mother's Day's right around the corner. It'd be perfect for
Yep,
it.
I bet Amy would love it. Number 2, we're still in the thick of summer with lots of hot days. We want to address something happening to a lot of crotchatorial regions out there. It's chafing.
Oh, yeah.
Now that doesn't really apply to me, but to
Okay.
many of the people, many
right.
of the men here, the men folk perhaps. The Washington Post got some doctors to weigh in. Their first tip is to apply Vaseline to
Oh, yeah.
that area.
Yeah.
If you know you're in for a long day of sweating, but the chafing's already done, the damage is already done, they recommend Aveline, which is a gentle cleanser women use for taking off makeup.
Oh,
So
all right.
clean that area, pat it dry,
Okay, you slow down. I'm trying to write these notes.
don't rub,
All right.
then put that Aveline right on there. Be nice, be gentle,
Wow.
and you will thank us
Did you
later.
really say crotchatorial? Was that in the prompter?
She was in the prompt. You read
There
it
was
nice?
another thing
read
that
that correctly?
Eileen, our executive producer,
She
know,
edited that one?
I'm a professional.
You worked your way through that.
Yeah, that's
really nice.
Yeah, I've delivered that one. well.
Okay. Yeah, with authority.
It was good.
Already at number 1.
Yeah, number 1, wow. Here's another one from the wild and wacky world of sports from Britain. This is the old shin kicking competition. Rules are pretty simple. You got to kick the other guy in the shins until he falls over. This originated back in the 17th century amongst coal miners. the competition stuffed straw down their socks for protection, and you have to wear soft shoes.
Oh.
And so the question becomes, how do you know when someone has won? The loser is going to cry out sufficient when he's had enough.
That's a lot
so you
to
wait
say
for
that.
yeah, it'd be easy just to stick with uncle.
Yeah, I was going to be uncle.
Sufficient.
Yeah.
It's kind
Sufficient.
of an old school terminology.
Look at all
I would
the
imagine that
spectators
gets a
there.
little out of control, though, and then you start swinging your fists.
Fun
I don't know how
time.
you keep that form. Oh, you stuff
it
that
goes
It's not
padding there.
comfortable either, right?
No, these are their shin guards.
You can't just wear regular shin guards. You got to stuff
No, you gotta-
straw in
yeah,
there.
Straw.
You got to go back
that's
to the
weird.
medieval days.
Straw
Those
on your
English.
shorts never's fun. But boy, they've turned it into fun here. Look at the fun they're having.
Yeah, that is fun. All right, that was a fun 9 at 9, everyone.
Oh man, was it ever?
We brought the
I learned
heat.
a lot.
Yeah.
It's the 9 at 9.